Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 12 of Spearhead Sundays. I hope you guys are having a shit one. I had a really good week. I can't even speak though. That's a bit of a problem. I should probably get that checked out. Fucking idiot. I'm doing a podcast. Can't even speak English. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I had a pretty good week. I'm recording this on Easter, on Sunday. Happy Easter, guys. Hey, did you get some chocolate? Hey, I hope Jesus laid a few eggs under the Christmas tree or whatever he does at Easter. I hope you guys are having a great Easter. I hope you guys give yourself diabetes and all that stuff. I hope you enjoyed church if that's what you're doing. And if you are not doing that, I hope you enjoy the depths of hell. So the comedy festival has started. This is the best time of the year. I love the fucking comedy festival in Melbourne. Because it's just comedy on every single night for a whole month. It's really great. I was in the city all night. That's why I didn't. That's why I sound fucked. I was just in the city all night. I saw as many shows as I could handle in about 5 hours. I went and I saw Luke Kidgell's first show because I can. It's a free show, a half-hour show that was really good. Then I went and I saw. I tried to see Frank Woodley. He was sold out because I get a participant pass. Participant pass, you get in for free. But obviously, you can't take a seat from someone who's paid for it. So you just wait till everybody else goes in right before the thing starts. If there's seats available, you can go in and sit. Because as a comedian, it's better to have somebody in for free than an empty seat. Because an empty seat isn't going to laugh at you. Though a person who came in for free isn't going to laugh at you either if you suck. But I tried to see Frank Woodley because he's one of my absolute favorite comedians. He's inspired me to get into comedy, but he was sold out, which is really cool to see. Like, I wasn't even disappointed. I was like, fuck yeah, man, get that money. And then I went and I saw Khaled Kalafala again, and his show has gotten much better than the first night. It's interesting watching shows get better as you see them. So I've seen him twice, and then I'll probably see him again at the end of the run. So if you're looking for a good show, go see Khaled Kalafala. If you're looking for an even better show, come and see me. I am performing from April 5 to April 17, every day except for Monday night. So that's in like a week and a couple of days. I'm freaking out, guys. It's coming to the end times. My show is almost here. I'm seeing my poster everywhere as well. The posters are being put up in the city, and that's fucking really, really cool. So come see the show so that I can make back the money I spent on advertising with ticket sales. I'm also touring. I'm doing Adelaide, Brisbane, Perth, and Sydney, and I'm pretty sure that's it at the moment. But all of the dates and all the tickets are on loosebeers.com/gigs. So check that out. I wanted to talk about having guests on the podcast. I pitched this idea last week, and you guys sounded really keen for it, so I'm going to go ahead with it. I'm going to have one guest on the first Sunday of every month. So the first guest will be... Is that next week? I don't know anything about the fucking dates. Yeah, that's next week. So next Sunday I'm going to have a guest for you guys. I've got a few people lined up because lots and lots of comedians are in town. So I'm just trying to link up with everybody who I wouldn't be able to otherwise while they're in Melbourne. So let me know who you want to see on the podcast. It doesn't have to be a comedian. It can be somebody you find interesting. Can't be your mate who works at a fucking Macca's down the street. Can't be that dude because he's probably a bit of a dropkick. Has to be somebody who I would actually be interested in talking to, and you'd be interested hearing them being spoken to as well. So what's been happening in the news? This is one I wanted to talk about. This Keemstar dude. The dude that I did the review on, Keemstar, that's the dude who does Drama Alert. He's some YouTube news person, if you can even call it that. It's like the current affair of YouTube. No, it's even worse than a current affair, really. Like, you're reporting on YouTube drama. That's a step below Bad Neighbours. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think a current affair even has more street cred than fucking Keemstar. I got an email out of the blue from somebody who supposedly used to work at Drama Alert and wanted to expose them. Let's have a look at the email that they sent me. I just need to open it up because it's fucking ridiculous. So I get this email. I'm not going to read the whole thing. This is a fucking huge email. So I got an email from a dude called Anthony Vernon. And it starts off with, "G'day, sick cunt." So straight away, I know this is a fake as fuck email from Keemstar, because he's pretending to be Australian. "G'day, sick cunt." Who the fuck would open an email with "G'day, sick cunt"? That's such an American, what do Australians say in their emails? They must say "G'day, sick cunt." Like, shut up, you dumb idiot. Alright. But in all seriousness, I know you and Keemstar are not the closest of friends, but we're not trying to go after Keemstar. We simply want to call out Drama Alert. So he wants me to do a video on Drama Alert, and he sends me an email and he says that he used to work at Drama Alert and all of this shit, and he's like trying to give me all this information, these fake screenshots of Keemstar harassing him and asking for the news. Like, he sent me a screenshot of a Skype chat that's called Drama Alert Interns. It's just so fake. And then Keemstar supposedly, "Alright, I'll give you 30 minutes to find me as much news as you can. Anything intradastic." Like, he's just spelling everything wrong. It's just incredibly fucking fake. It's absolutely ridiculous. And this is my favorite one. "Come on, guys. What the fuck? Where is the news? There's nothing in here worth reporting. Come one." Spelled wrong. So obviously he wanted me to do a fucking video on him. And I reckon it looks like between faking the screenshots and sending me this big long email, this would have taken at least a couple of hours. That's how angry he is about my video. I did a loo review on him if you guys want to watch it. That's how angry he is. He wants me to do a loo review using fake information so that he can expose me. Mate, I ripped off a current affair, The Age, Triple J. This is not how you get a fake story on the news, man. I don't know who you think you're fucking with, but but you're doing a very shithouse job. So I just responded with "Go home, gnome," and a picture of a gnome. And then he still tried to keep it going. "Oh, I would like to clear up this whole thing now, but I don't see the point." And then I just sent him a picture of a Smurf. Like, bro, just fucking accept it, man. You're a Smurf. Just live that life. Live the Smurf life. Find a hot Smurfette. Fuck her. Move in. Like, you're a Smurf, man. You need to embrace it. You need to move on. You do YouTube news. It's time to give up any hope of anyone taking you seriously ever. You run a YouTube fucking news channel. It's time to end it all. It's like he's just taking himself way too seriously. Like, he's way too up himself. It's like those guys that go to a fucking restaurant. They order food, and it comes out, and there's one thing slightly missing, and they'll just complain. "Excuse me, can you come over here? I'm pretty sure that I ordered this with salt. Where's the salt? Oh, it's on another table. Well, get me the fucking salt. I'm clearly too much of an important person to grab the salt from another table myself. You're paying $20 for a meal, man. You're not going to get that much." That's what I think. If you really want all those cunts at the fucking restaurant, you see them, they'll send the glasses back 3 or 4 times because they're a little bit dirty. Like they're not living on planet Earth. Like they're not living in the middle of the city. "Excuse me, this glass is a little bit cloudy, so I'd like you to get me another one. Anyway, I'm going to go outside and smoke a cigarette." Like, all those fucking losers. Although, I do have a complaint to make. There's only one thing that eternally pisses me off when I go to a restaurant. Like, I order food. It doesn't matter what meal it is. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Doesn't matter what it is. I'll order food. I'll be really excited for it. Like, I'll give you an example, okay? I order salmon, eggs, Benedict. That's the best fucking breakfast food on the planet. That's all I eat. If ever I go to a cafe, that's what I get. I get a coffee, and I get salmon, eggs, Benedict. I don't get fucking anything else. Okay? So I'll order it, and it'll get there. Salmon, eggs, Benedict. It's not that hard to make. It's toast, and it's an egg, and it's fucking salmon, and then it's hollandaise sauce. Easy shit. You can't fuck it up. You put it all on the bread, and then I eat it, okay? But I'll order it, and every time, every fucking restaurant is just, "Okay, so here, we're gonna get the toast, we're gonna put it in the middle, and then we're gonna get the egg, and we're gonna put the egg in the middle of the 2 pieces of toast, so that when you cut it, instead of the yolk coming out on the bread, it just fucking falls in the middle of the plate and makes a mess, and you have to fucking cut the egg in half and distribute the egg evenly yourself, and then instead of putting the salmon on top of the egg, we're gonna put the salmon on the side of the plate and put a little bit of fucking herb on it that you don't even eat for some fucking stupid reason. And then we're gonna put the sauce like on half of one of the bread so it looks really nice. But in reality, you're just making one piece of toast have way too much fucking sauce on it, and the other piece of toast have no fucking sauce on it. So the whole thing just turns into like, it's like they're giving me a fucking kit of Lego that I have to assemble myself. I'm like, yeah, it looks good, but that's not why I'm here. I want to eat it. I want it to taste good. Just put the fucking salmon in the middle of the bread. Put the egg properly. Don't stack it up. The one that I hate the most is when you get like a meal that has a lot of topping on it and you've got two pieces of bread and then they put the bread diagonally on each other so that you have to pull the bread apart. You have to like, you want the two pieces of toast flat on the fucking plate so you can actually cut it, but they'll put it up, like stack it up like a pyramid and then put the topping on top. So when you try and pull the toast apart, the topping just goes everywhere. All of a sudden, you're like a fucking 5-year-old playing with your food, trying to figure out like, oh, just try not to make a mess. It's so difficult to eat. Like, I'm paying for a service here. I don't want to assemble my own fucking food. I'm paying $20. Make the fucking food. I don't care how it looks. I care how it tastes, okay? Just do it normally. Don't bother with all this presentation bullshit. It's a $20 meal. We're not at a 5-star restaurant, okay? Just fucking put it on the plate and then I'll put it in my face and then I'll pay you and I can fucking leave. I don't want any of this assembling business. It's fucking bullshit. But then you got those other fucking idiots that I'm fighting against. See, the reason why all of these stupid restaurants have stopped making food properly and started making it look pretty is all those fucking cunts who just take photos of their food for Instagram before they eat it. And I know it's a cliche thing to complain about, but do you know why? Because everyone thinks you're a fucking idiot. Like when I'm sitting by myself at a cafe and I see someone take photos of their food, I'm like, that person is 100% a fucking idiot. Okay? Why do you want to do that? No one wants to see that, okay? You didn't make it, first of all, so there's nothing to be proud of. It's not an expensive meal, so you're not bragging, and you're not sharing it with anyone. So what am I supposed to think when I see a fucking photo of food that I'm not gonna eat? That I'm never gonna. It's not even in my area. Do you know what I mean? Like you'll see some cunt post a photo and they live in another state. You're like, okay, cool, useless information. What a waste of my life. Could have spent that time doing anything else, but I'm looking at a photo of neatly arranged food that's just going to be incredibly difficult to eat when you really get down to it. That's what I think. Like, I think the person who takes the photo, I'm like, yeah, cool, looks really nice. But then you actually look at the food, I'm like, fuck, as soon as you touch that with a knife, it's going to fall apart in your lap and it's going to ruin your night. Fuck that. I hate those people taking photos of everything. Like that DJ woman, that idiot, whose nudes have gone viral. What's her name? DJ, the one with the blue hair that's really famous because she's hot and she, like, also as a coincidence she presses some buttons and plays other people's music. DJ Tigerlily, that's her name. He's like incredibly hot and also, oh, by the way, I also am a DJ, so that's all you need to be a DJ now. You need like a couple 100,000 Facebook likes and then a club will just book you and then people will be like, oh my god, they're famous because they have a few Facebook. Nah, really, like, what is a good DJ? Can someone tell me the difference between a good DJ and a not good DJ? Because I don't understand, okay? Like, as soon as you can blend one song into another song, like that's what you're doing. You're blending a song into another song. It's not really that impressive. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel as soon as you can figure out how to do the blending thing, you're on par with every DJ on the planet. There's no one's better or worse. Once you figure out, it's like when you figure out how to breathe, no one's better at breathing than you. You can have a monk who inhales and exhales with his eyes closed and be like, yeah, cool, you can do that. But like, with you know, I'm still alive. We're both still breathing. There's no, I don't think there's, I'm probably being incredibly ignorant. There's probably a few DJs sitting there listening to this podcast going, there's a big difference, man. You don't know anything about it. I'm going to fucking send you a big long email. Man, you're so ignorant about the prestigious art form that is DJing in clubs for hundreds of people on ecstasy. It's an art form, bro. You know what you're talking about. But really, is there actually, can you actually be a good DJ? And I'm not talking picking good music, because that's just having good music taste, okay? If part of the selection criteria of being a good DJ is picking which songs you should play that were made by other people, fuck you, okay? I can do that on my iPod, and that'll be it, you know? Fucking Apple has figured out how to do that automatically with Genius. You guys are being replaced. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're a DJ, is there really a good DJ? Like, aside producing original music behind, can you actually be better than another DJ? Or are you all just like blending songs into one another and tricking all of us idiots into thinking that it's an actual skill? But yeah, this Tigerlily fucking woman has gone, her nudes have gone viral, and she's doing the whole oh, my privacy was invaded, which, you know, fair enough. But at the same time, okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you a rundown of what happened. So she, it's so stupid. What's been leaked is naked photos of her flashing her manager's Snapchat. So her manager is filming this Tigerlily woman. She's wearing a robe, and then she pulls the robe open and she's naked as a laugh. And then her manager uploads the thing to her Snapchat story with her permission. By you, this is totally with Tigerlily's permission. So what she did was she saw a camera recording, and she's like, I'm going to make a conscious, informed decision to flash my naked body at a recording camera. And then after that, I'm also going to make a conscious, informed decision to upload that video to Snapchat, thinking that no one's going to find it. So what they did was they blurred it, they drew on it with the fucking Snapchat thing, and then they stupidly assumed that nobody... Dude, this is the internet. They assumed that nobody could remove those lines. This is the fucking internet. Are you kidding? Like, in what world do you live in where you don't think... Even if those squiggles could not be removed, there's some Photoshop freaks out there who could just put someone else's tits on you and they'd make you look great, and no one could tell the difference. So her nudes have just gone around everywhere because she let her manager post them to her Snapchat story, and then all of these people downloaded it and then removed the squiggles and then posted it everywhere else. Like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? Like, what did you really think was going to happen? And I know I'm going, oh, it's victim blaming. No, she was a fucking idiot. She uploaded her nudes to a public space and then freaked out when it got even more public. That's not even... I don't understand. Like, does that mean that Tigerlily trusts every single one of her manager's friends on who follow her on Snapchat? I'm presuming there's like at least 50 people who follow her manager on Snapchat. There could be hundreds of people. Like, what did you think was going to happen when you made that decision to flash a recording camera and then upload it publicly to the internet? What did you think was going to happen? Did you think that everyone was going to see that and be like, "Oh, that's lovely. I'm just gonna leave that"? Or did you not consider the fact that there might be some fucking horrible people who also have the knowledge to remove all of those sensory squiggles that you put on there? She covered her tits with emojis. If that's what you're doing to protect your privacy, that you're not doing enough, okay? Emojis are not going to protect your tits. That's what I'm saying. And she's put up some whole big thing about how her privacy has been invaded. And fair enough. Look, I sound like I don't have any sympathy for her. It sucks. Poor girl. That's horrible. Okay, it's a very bad thing to happen to her. To get her nudes out there, because that hurts her profile and all of that. But like, I just keep coming back to, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? You are a famous, beautiful woman, and you posted your naked body on Snapchat. what the fuck did you think was going to happen? What other possible outcomes were there other than this? I just don't understand. And there's so much evidence. There's even, dude, there are people out there who fucking hacked the iCloud and got celebrities like Jennifer Lawrence's private nudes. That's horrible, mind you. That's fucking awful. Totally horrible. But I'm also not going to say that I didn't look at all of them, okay? I'm not a perfect person, okay? I looked at all of them. But I also thought, man, this is horrible, but I also need to see what J-Law's tits look like. But what did you think was going to happen? Really? Like, that's so stupid. And now, instead of going, oh, look, I probably shouldn't have... what she should have said was, hey, that's an invasion of my privacy. That's a really bad thing that you guys did. But also, I probably shouldn't have posted my fucking nudes on Snapchat, an app that's notoriously bad security, publicly on my manager's fucking story like an idiot. Like, it's not like she privately sent it to a guy she was sleeping with. She got her manager to send it to hundreds of people that Tigerlily probably didn't know. What did you think was going to happen? And now it's fucking everywhere. Like, everyone's looking at her tits. I've seen it. I didn't even try and find it. I didn't even know that these nudes were leaked. I just saw it on Facebook. That's that's gotten that big that I just saw them. I was like, oh, she looks familiar. I'm like, oh, it's Tigerlily. Okay, that's cool. That's what her tits look like. Now I can just forget about it. Now I can unfollow her. Because really, that's why everyone's following her anyway. It's not to hear her mystical blending of a song into another song. That's not what it's about. It's about because she's incredibly beautiful. And good on her for marketing that, by the way. But yeah, what did you think was going to happen? You know, I was talking about this with my friend, Tom. I was talking about this and I was like, do you know that I was trying to explain to him who the DJ was and explain what happened. And he's like, nah, man, I've never heard of her. I'm like, you know, DJ Tigerlily is that pretty girl with the blue hair. She's DJ. He's like, nah, I've got no idea who it is. I've got no idea. And I tried to explain to him who she was for 10 minutes. Tigerlily, this is who she is. This is what she does. He had absolutely zero idea who this woman was. So then I explained what happened. I explained the nudes. So she was in a hotel and she was in a robe and she flashed the camera. And then he goes, hang on. I think I've seen that. I think I saw that a couple days ago. I think I saved it. And this dude has this is the extent of how fucked the internet is. This dude has no idea who DJ Tigerlily is. Absolutely zero idea. He's got her saved on his computer and he's wanking off to her. Because, and then he's like, man, I kind of feel bad now. Because for all he knew, it looked like a 100% consensual, I know these nudes are definitely going out kind of thing. Because she's looking at the camera and going, oh, I see a camera. I know what I'll do. I'll flash it. And he's got it on his computer. And he had no idea that it's DJ Tigerlily at all. He's just, in his mind, it was just like a hot, maybe unknown porn star. So what did you think was going to happen? Like, that's just, guys, obviously people are going to send nudes to each other. I'm not saying don't send nudes, but I am saying don't take photos of yourself naked if you don't want them to get out, and then censor them. Don't film yourself flashing a camera and then draw squiggles on it over Snapchat like you think that's going to protect you, and then upload it publicly to somebody else's Snapchat story. Because even if you have a private Snapchat and you only got 20 friends on there, maybe you could get away with doing that. But if you let somebody else upload it so that a bunch of strangers that you don't know can see it, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? Take nudes, but don't be a fucking idiot. That's what I'm saying. It's horrible that this happened to DJ Tigerlily, but let's also not pretend that she wasn't a fucking idiot. And with that, I will pitch my Patreon. If you would like to keep everything that I put out for free, please do support me on Patreon. Patreon.com/LouSpears is the URL. It's like Kickstarter, but it's monthly and it's for a much smaller amount. That is how I can fund all my videos. The latest thing that I funded with Patreon was the Homeless Social Experiment Gone Wrong skit. And that was really well done. So that was all paid for with Patreon money. I managed to pay the guy who filmed and edited it really well. And that was a brilliant video, man. Like, we got fake blood in there. We got 3D animated blood. Like, I'm not gonna ruin it because it's kind of a twist thing. But when you see the guy's face with blood on it that isn't me, that's not makeup. That's completely 3D generated by Tom Crotty, who filmed and edited it. That's amazing. And all of the sounds, like I'm not going to ruin it for you. Go and watch it. Every sound that isn't like my or Luke's voice is all found by the editor, and I was able to pay him for it using Patreon money. So that really does help. There's no way I could have done that without Patreon. And now, thanks to Patreon money, I will be able to fix the rip in my leather jacket that I got during that filming. Thanks for everybody who told me how to fix the leather jacket, by the way. I'm going to take it to a tailor that specializes in repairing leather. I found a few around in the city. I'm going to take them down. It's going to be a bit expensive, but I'm not letting that fucking leather jacket go. And you also see where Mum's blanket went. She watched that video. She's like, "That's where my fucking blanket went. I can't believe you did that." She was quite shitty, but she couldn't be too angry because it was a very funny video. So yeah, if you want to keep all of my shit free, this podcast, and you want to help me make better things, support me on Patreon. I'm thinking of doing one high production value sketch every month, just like you saw. So I've got lots and lots of ideas, and now I can afford to pay people to be in them and help me make them. So with that Patreon money, so that's what I'm going to do. And the more people who support me on Patreon, the bigger things that I can do. I've got so many fucking ideas that are just like out of reach financially. But with that, let's get into miscellaneous bit at the end. Support me on Patreon, and stop listening now because this is the worst part of the podcast. All right, so let's have a look. Hey Lewis, I'm a 19-year-old bouncer and I'm in a bit of a bind. Oh, the subject line of this email is, "I think I was sexually assaulted." Fuck. Alright, let's get heavy, guys. I'm a 19-year-old bouncer and I'm in a bit of a bind. So last week on Wednesday night, I went out with a few co-workers for a night on the town. We're all bouncers, so we can't go out on weekends. That makes sense. So I got fairly intoxicated in a gay bar. No, what are you doing? No, don't do that. Wait, is he gay? Oh, he's not gay. Okay, yeah, dude, don't go to a gay bar if you're not gay. I'm not saying, not because you're gonna get raped, just because I'm sure they don't fucking want you there. Do you know what I mean? Like a whole bunch of gay dudes, they're just looking for some gay penis. Okay, if you go in there, you're like, why? That's like going to a brothel and there's a whole bunch of people there who's like, excuse me, I'm not a prostitute. What are you doing? Get away from me. Like, that's not why they're there. They're there to be gay and enjoy being gay and enjoy other gay men. Don't go to a fucking gay bar, man. You're like a waste of space in that environment. And either you're going to get into a fight or someone's going to try and take advantage of you because there are horrible people in clubs. Please don't go. Anyway, one of the bartenders I worked with us is gay. I got fairly intoxicated in a gay bar, bro. One of the guys I worked with, I was getting a lot of unwanted attention. Or being a 19-year-old guy in a gay bar surrounded by 30-something-year-old men. Yeah, man. I don't want to read the rest of this. I was getting a lot of unwanted attention being a 19-year-old guy in a gay bar surrounded by 30-something-year-old men. So I asked the bartender we were with to say he was my boyfriend. No! To get these guys off my back. I don't mean to sound up myself, it's relevant to my problem. Dude, gay men will fuck anything. Any man will fuck anything. It's not like you can be an ugly dude. If you're 19, people are going to be like, I want to fuck that. Like, if you're an incredibly ugly woman and you're in a nightclub with 40-year-old dudes, you're going to get hit on. Like, they're reaching the end. They'll fuck anything. Like, that's... I know. Anyway, so you thought the best thing to do in this situation was to convince another gay guy to say that he was your boyfriend for everyone. Bro, I don't know what you're doing, man. That's like, you're putting yourself into a hole because he's thinking, maybe he's not actually, maybe he's not actually gay. Like, maybe he's not actually straight. Maybe he actually is a little bit curious and he's using this whole thing. Like, that's what, like, the amount of effort a man will go to justify himself acting like a fucking creep is incredible. Like, if this girl wants me to pretend to be her boyfriend, maybe I can, touch her ass and that won't be weird because, she's kind of acting, she'll be okay with that. Like, that's what, okay. He agrees, no questions asked. Yeah, of course he does. Thing is, he starts shouting me drinks, which at the time I thought was the coolest thing ever because drinks are expensive as fuck. Oh no. After about half an hour and maybe 10 or so free drinks, I'm wasted. No, dude, he gave you 10 drinks. He's not a good person. Anyone who buys someone 10 drinks is fucked in the head. They're going to do something bad. They're going to do something that you need to have 10 drinks to agree to. The bartender who's pretending to be my boyfriend must have gotten carried away. No, man, he didn't get carried away. He knows what he's doing because he kissed me. Not like a normal kiss that you would give someone you like, a passionate French kiss. Oh no, man. I was so drunk that I kind of brushed it off at the time, but now I feel really violated. Yeah, man, dude, he took advantage of you. That's fucking horrible. That's awful, man. I feel terrible. I hope you're alright. I trusted this guy. He was a mate of mine, and he took advantage of me when I was vulnerable. Granted, I shouldn't have gotten that drunk. That's true. I'm not going to leave my car unlocked and have a whinge if it gets stolen. But whenever I try to talk to someone about it, I'm not taken seriously, or I get told something along the lines of shit happens, get over it. That's rough, man. And that's a real bummer about things that happen with men. Because everyone's like, oh, men can't be sexually assaulted and you can't talk about it and complain about it. Yeah, dude, you were sexually assaulted. Like, that's he got you drunk and then took advantage of you and made you do something sexual you never would have done if you weren't that drunk. He definitely took advantage of you. So that really sucks, man. I think, I don't really know what to tell you. Oh, there's a little bit more of the email. I don't want someone to come along and feel sorry for me. I just want someone to listen to me and help me process how I'm feeling right now. Any advice will be greatly appreciated. Sorry for shitty grammar. I'm typing on the phone. Yeah, dude, like, you definitely got taken advantage of. That's pretty much like textbook. He got you drunk and did sexual shit that you didn't want to do. That's sexual assault, and you should not feel weird for feeling shit about that, man. Like, that's definitely a thing that's a horrible thing, man. He took advantage of you. And yeah, like, you probably shouldn't have had that many drinks in a gay bar as well, but like, that's kind of like, that's already happened. I wouldn't really dwell on that now. That's more for people to keep in mind so it doesn't happen to them. It's already happened to you. So I wouldn't feel too shit about that, man. Like, I don't know, if you're really fucked up about it, talk to a female friend. They'll talk to you about it better than that. Or I don't know, if you're really bad, go and see like a professional therapist. But stay the fuck away from this guy. He's your coworker. Stay the fuck away from him. If you really think it's a problem, like if you think it's a real big problem, obviously he's taking advantage of you. I don't know how hard he tried or how badly he did it. But if you feel, I would talk to your boss. If you work with this guy, I would talk to your boss and say, hey man, this dude did this to me. Because what's to say that he's not going to do that to somebody who comes into your club? You know, like a patron. I would consider telling your boss. I don't know if that's the right move for you, because I don't know what your boss is like, and I don't know what your whole relationship is like, but maybe tell your boss, because that's sexual harassment, man. If that happened between a man and a woman, the dude could, fucking get fired from his job and have charges laid against him. So it kind of sucks because you are a man, and people don't take it seriously when you are a man, because I don't know why, because you're like supposed to enjoy it. But yeah, man, that's fucked. You really do have a right to feel weird. I would maybe tell your boss. That's probably something to consider, man. Maybe tell your boss, talk to people about it. You definitely have a right to feel weird, and don't ever be alone in the same room with that guy now, because now he knows that you guys have kissed, and he might do some even worse shit in future. Watch your drink around that dude, because obviously he's not below getting you incredibly drunk. So I wouldn't put it past him to slip something in your drink on another night. So just watch yourself around that guy. I wouldn't fucking hang around with that dude. He's obviously a fucking creep. Stay the fuck away from that dude. And that's why Miscellaneous Bit at the End is the worst part of the podcast, guys, because we hear horrible stories like that. If you would like me to answer a question on the podcast, you can email me at contact@loosespears.com. Just summarize your email in the subject line so I don't have to read the whole fucking thing before I realize that I don't want to answer it. But seriously, I answer pretty much every question that I get. So yeah, email me contact@loosespears.com with a question, life advice, or even suggestions about the podcast. Let me know who you would like me to interview, and support me on Patreon. Please do come and see a show as well. The tour starts... Oh, fuck, you guys are listening to this on Sunday. The tour starts like a little bit over a week. It's like a week and a couple days. April 5 to 17 in Melbourne. And then, I'll get up all my other dates. I never remember my dates. I should be the person who knows his fucking dates, but I just don't. Where's my fucking gigs? I'm selling every ticket through my own website as well, so the booking fees are really cheap, and I think that's fair. I think I'll do a little review on booking fees as well. All right, so April 5 to 17 is Melbourne. I'm doing a show. It's all ages, so come and see that. 2 of those shows have sold out already, and all the other ones are tracking really well. Like, I've almost broken my ticket sales record in Melbourne, and I haven't even done it. Like, I haven't even done the show yet, and I've almost already sold more tickets than I sold last year. So thank you very much for everyone booking. I really do appreciate it. So Melbourne can't speak still. Melbourne is April 5 to 17, and then I'm going to Adelaide on May 13. That's all ages. Then I'm going to Perth on May 14. That's strictly 18 plus. Sorry, guys. And then I'm going to Brisbane on May 20. That is 18 plus. However, if you're underage, you can attend with a parent or a guardian or a homeless person that looks like your parent. And then I'm finishing the tour up with a big show in Sydney on May 21. And that's for all ages. And that one is currently the most tickets I have ever sold to any event. So I'm very fucking excited for Sydney. Thank you very much to everyone who's booked. That one is almost, it's getting pretty packed. So make sure you book. All of the shows are packing out. Like, I think most of the interstate shows, so Adelaide, Perth, Brisbane, and Sydney, they're probably going to sell out because I'm only doing one show. Melbourne, if you want a weekend show, definitely book now because the first Friday and Saturday have sold out already. There's only one more Friday and Saturday left, and they're half full. So, thank you very much for listening to Spearhead Sundays, guys. I'll catch you next week. I'll catch you at my show, and have a shit one.